Thank you. It's afternoon in India. Good afternoon. And I would like to begin with thanking everybody who's joined in from wherever you're joining in. Today, me and Krishna Chaitanya and we both are going to talk about Burakatha. Our workshop is named Burakatha Then and Now. As storytellers, we always are looking for various methods to tell a story. We would like to try everything that is possible to make our story interesting. And so sometimes we revisit our childhood and we also find out what were the traditions that were followed in the years, and sometimes we go back to our the stories that we heard from our grandparents, and like in that same way, when we thought of doing a workshop for the festival, Chennai Storytelling Festival, we thought that we should bring in something from our state, that is Andhra Pradesh, though now it is divided into Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. We now live in Hyderabad, which is in Telangana. But the Burakatha is a storytelling tradition which is followed in both the Telugu states, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. And when we were children, um, the Telugu regional television you would telecast some of these stories, the Burakathas, and at that time we would enjoy. I'm speaking for everybody who watched these stories. Some of them would be very very funny, and we would relate to those stories, and some we wouldn't understand. But we never understood the relevance of a Burakatha then. Um, as we grew and we got to know why a Burakatha was told, then it made sense. So, without any further delay, I can share the screen, right, Eric?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe we should come out of Spotlight before we do that.
No, that doesn't. That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you able to see my screen?
It's coming. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Is it in the slideshow? Yeah.
Not yet. Yeah, you should start the slideshow.
Yeah. Okay. So, like I said, our workshop is titled Burakatha Then and Now. The picture you see is of the person who is narrating the Burakatha, and that's how he usually dresses up. And I say he because when Burakatha, I mean, when they started telling stories with in this tradition, it was always men, but at a later stage even women have started telling stories using this form. But just for the ease, for convenience, we use this picture. Even women tell stories in using this form. So this is how they are dressed, and this is how the performance happens. Um Burakatha, like I've been telling, it's an oral storytelling tradition, and uh, we would like to explore how Burakatha can be used to rediscover the impact it has been making in the social fabric. And also, we will talk about the history of Burakatha, how it has evolved, and we'll also tell you how we use Burakatha to adapt our present day stories and present them in this form. Also, we will be talking about how Burakatha has helped or paved way for transforming the social collective perspective of people. Also, Burakatha has originated from a tradition called the Yakshaganam, which is also an oral storytelling tradition. And most of us in India, and maybe some of us in outside India also know about Harikatha. Harikatha is actually performed by one person, and it is the story of Hari. Hari is Vishnu, and sometimes the story of all the gods, mythological stories. And it was told for a audience who was learned or who understood those stories. So the general public were left out. They could not understand the language, they didn't know the stories. So that is where Burrakatha came in. It was for the people, for the local people in the language they could understand, and to make them aware of what is happening in the society at that moment, to make them aware and also to get them involved, especially during the freedom movement, when they wanted people to understand how things are happening and what they can do, and to get them aware of the freedom movement, these stories were used. Now, if you see in this picture, there are three people. The person in the middle is the person who tells the story. He is called the narrator or Kadakudu in Telugu. The narrator, the person who tells the story, is called the Kadakudu. And if you see, he's holding something on his shoulder that is called the Tambura or the Bura. Now, Eric, you asked me what is Burra. Burra is the brain. In Telugu, it is the brain. And why this is called Burrakatha is because these stories were used to ignite the minds of the people to the affairs, the current affairs that were happening, to make them understand, to make them aware. That is why it was called Burrakatha, and that instrument was called Burra or Tambura. And also, apart from that, he holds rings in the on his thumbs, which have some beads which make sound, and he makes music out of those instruments, because this Burrakatha is a sing and act kind of a style. Now you see there are two people on either side of the narrator. One person brings in the comic element, because these stories were usually a little because it happened during the freedom movement, and it was to make people aware of the problems the society is facing. So just to bring in a little comic element, so that it's not very morose, one person used to do that, a little bit of comedy. And the other person, he brings in the social relevance to the story. Like, it can be any story, but how that story can be relevant to the present, to that day when they were telling the story. Now, the two people on either side of the narrator are also using instruments. It's like a small, if you can see, it's like a drum. It's called the dhakki or gummeta. And Krishna will take you further into this.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. So, since Burrakatha has been in existence since many years before independence, and this person you see on the screen is Padma Shri Sheikh Nazar, who has given a new shape to the existing Burrakatha. He was called the father of modern Burrakatha, and this Burrakatha format is a musical storytelling format that was developed during 1930s to 1950s, and it was predominantly popular during the independence and Razakar struggles. Now, till then, and up until then, Burrakatha had mostly mythological stories, religious stories, and stories from the Itihasa. But this person, Mr. Sheikh Nazar, he had brought in a lot of variation in the themes that were done, basically putting in the people's struggles, the socio-economic observations, and he created a new style of Burrakatha along with the new kind of attire, and he popularized it as the people's art form. Now, Sheikh Nazar he wrote a lot of, he penned a lot of Burrakathas, including social stories like in those days, communism was also very predominant in India, and he was inspired by the Veeranari Tanya, a Russian revolutionary, and he used to popularize stories based on those kind of people's struggles. And he also popularized Alluri Sitaramaraju Kadha, and he actually his most important contribution to Burrakatha was his observations penned as Burrakathas on Royal Bengal famine of 1944 and Rayalaseema Karuvu. So, Padma Shri Sheikh Nazar was born in 1920, and 22nd February happens to be his death anniversary. And so I think it's a very important time that we are remembering this person who has given Burrakatha its new voice and its new rhythm. Padma Shri Sheikh Nazar was one of the most popular persons who had both penned the Burrakathas and performed them live on stage for party meetings and also on the silver screen. He happens to be the guru of many singers and movie artists. And moving on further, just a second, let me just remove this. Yeah, moving on further, Burrakatha themes were basically into mythology, religious scriptures, epics, and itihasas and social stories. Now, while this was a very important part of pre-independence era, there were many other popular Burrakatha artists like Pendyala Venkateshwar Rao, Paruchuri Ramakotaya, Chintala Subbarao, Chintala Satyanarayana, Sunkara Satyanarayana, Nittala Brothers, Banerjee and team, Lakshmi Kant Mohan, Nadira, Warangal Hanumantaraju, and Sishta Sambasivra. There were many women also, but mostly it was dominant. It was a male bastion. But Sri Devi sisters and Mahankali Lakshmi were some of the very popular Burrakatha artists. Let us now take you through a short journey of presenting a Burrakatha on a traditional format. So we are presenting to you an episode from Mahabharata, the Virata Parva. Just before we present it to you, give us a 1 minute time and we will get into it. So while Burrakathas were the popular format of storytelling, there were many people who have observed a lot of social disparities, and they have come up with dances, dramas, and Burrakathas were very popular in those times. Lalita, are you ready?
Thank you. Thank you, Krishna. I also wanted to tell you all, it slipped. Burrakathas are also called Tandana stories. You will understand why it is called a Tandana story after we present a story. They're also called the Sarada Katha. Katha in Telugu is I mean, Katha in all the Indian languages is story. So it is also called the Tandana Katha. It is called the Sarada Katha. It is called the Tambura Katha because the story is narrated using tambura, and it is also called Jangam Katha. Um, uh, and these Burakathas were mostly performed during festivals and for campaigning for political reasons, political campaigning, and also for social gatherings. Um, we will do one thing. We will present a story in the format. We will try to be as possible as we can to present a story in that format, and I hope you like it. Give us just 2 minutes.
So this, if you are all able to see it, this is the tambura or the burra, and this is usually a stringed instrument which was played along with the story, presenting the story. And these are the metal balls that make the sound, and they are called the andelu.
Yeah, we're ready.
మినుడి జనులార పాండవ వీరుల విరాట పర్వం భవ్య గాథ నేడు
Tandana,
12 వర్షాల అరణ్యవాసం ఆపై అజ్ఞాతం
Tandana, Tana.
Listen to the story of valorous Pandava spending an year incognito. Tandana Tana.
ఏంటేంటి that great Pandavas, those heroes, they had to spend years in exile and in incognito. How can this be possible? I don't believe. You are making up this story. No, 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 no. This is not possible.
Well, it was given a useless piece of forest to rule. Pandavas toiled hard to make it look really cool. Tandana Tana. To Indraprastha, their new abode, they had invited Kauravas, their cousins. Tandana Tana. వినుడి చల్లార పాండవ వీరుల భవ్య గాథ నేడు
Ha 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 ha. That is the greatness of Pandavas. See, whatever their cousins did, but still they invited them. Ha! That is their greatness. Then what happened?
అప్పుడు ఏమైందంటే ప్రేమగా పిలిచిన పాండవుల చిన్న బుచ్చగా
Napuchaga?
ధన 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 ధనులతో ధరణి దద్దరిల్లగా
Daddarillaga?
బంగారు రథముల కౌరవులు కదలి వచ్చరా.
Kadali vachara.
Kauravas arrived in beautiful golden chariots to showcase all their prosperity and might and to belittle Pandavas. But once they reached Indraprastha, as they alighted, one glance at that majestic palace. What an imposing sight! Regal and mesmerizing, with golden pillars touching the sky and regal crystal walls studded
Hala.
with precious stones sparkling beautiful lawns with wonderful fragrances and streams gurgling by.
Bhala, Bhali.
Watching this magical palace of illusions, Kauravas were in awe and they felt envious. Bhaga 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 manivari gundelu mandera.
Mandara.
చక్క చక్క చక్కమని అడుగులు వేయక పదములు జర్రున జారెరా.
Zrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrr
ఇంకేముంది కిల 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 మని దాసులు నవ్వగా బస్సు బుస్సులాడుతూ విస విస ఇంద్రప్రస్థమును వీడెరా.
అలా నవ్వారా దాసులు. మంచి పని అయ్యింది, మంచి పని అయ్యింది.
While walking in haste, Duryodhana accidentally slipped and fell into the magical pond. Now he was embarrassed when Draupadi's maids laughed at him. Furious at Pandavas, Duryodhana left the palace angrily. నిరుడీజనులారా పాండవ వీరులపై కౌరవులకు కోపం ప్రజ్వరిల్లెనాడు. తరికిట జింతరిత.
Now, knowing this haughty Duryodhana with so much insult, I don't think he kept quiet. Huh, what did he do? And what can he do?
Well, how will he even keep quiet? The splendor of the magical palace set his heart on fire, and the riches of his cousins, they enraged him. Add to it that ridicule from those lowly maids, that laughter echoed in his ears and poisoned his mind. He vowed to avenge this insult.
అనుకున్నట్టే avenge the insult. Now, as it is, his mind and he are like always working against Pandavas. Now, what did he do to avenge the insult? Cha 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 cha.
Enraged as a wildfire, he summoned his uncle Shakuni. Now we all know how wild he was. This monster brain. He tricked the Pandavas in a rigged game of gamble and usurped all their wealth. They
Ayo.
dragged their queen Draupadi all the way into the royal court.
Oyo.
And brought a shame to the entire clan. This was their devious plan. They had sent Pandavas to a 12-year exile and insisted on a 1-year Ajnatavasa.
Ayo. Devanandana.
నిరుడి జనులార పాండవ వీరుల విరాట పర్వం అవ్యగాధ నేడు. తందాన తానా.
అసలు ఒక్క విషయం అడుగుతాను. దోస్ పాండవాస్, ద గ్రేటెస్ట్ ఆఫ్ వారియర్స్, ఎవ్రీబడి నోస్ దెమ్. హౌ కెన్ దే హైడ్? వేర్ కెన్ దే హైడ్? హౌ డిడ్ దిస్ హ్యాపెన్? డిడ్ దిస్ రియలీ హ్యాపెన్? Well,
Well, it did happen. Pandavas lost their kingdom. Let me just put this aside. Pandavas lost their kingdom and wealth and went to exile for 12 long years. They wandered far and near and they spent their lives like commoners. And in the 13th year, they had to
అయ్యయ్యో.
in the disguise.
Commoners are like you, like me, like all those people who are watching us. Those great Pandavas, like commoners. Ayyo.
Well, now this is the 13th year of disguise, and they found their place. Can you guess where?
No. Where? Tell.
In Virata's land of Matsya, they found their stay. Each chose a role in a very clever way. Meet Yudhishthira became Kanka, the wise courtier. The Kukuvala whipping up delicious meat. Arjuna became Brihanala. He is the dance teacher, hiding all his valor in his graceful dance moves. Nakula became Namarandi to train the horses. Sahadeva became Tantrikala and tended the cows. Draupadi became silently to mate to the queen, and she kept her royal vows. Vimudi Janalara Pandava Virula Virata Parvam Pradhanetu Tandana.
It is indeed a great ploy. But now same Balad, that great Pandavas, they had to stay in a lowly king's palace, and that too like servants. That Draupadi, ayoyo, that delicate Draupadi, she had to become a servant. Enta kashtakala mochero.
Well, you don't need to be worried. They really spend their days happily playing on their strengths. అంతా బాగుంది అనుకునేంతలో
అనుకునేంతలో
విలాసం కన్నారా రాణివాసమే ఉట్టుగా మారే ద్రౌపదికి.
అయ్యో.
Smitten by her beauty, Kichaka, the wicked, saw Draupadi's hand, and blinded by his pride, he overruled the order of the king of the land. Tandanatana.
No.
The queen was then forced to send Draupadi to quench his lust. And realizing this, Draupadi, she sought the help of the king, but to no avail. Nobody could say no to that Kichaka, the mighty Kichaka. So she had secretly entrusted Bhima to this work. In the dead of the night, Kichaka was beguiled by Draupadi to meet alone in the Nartanasala, the dance room.
The dance room?
Kichaka reached the dimly lit dance room and was looking for Draupadi and found her lying on that couch. And he went to woo her. It was actually Bhima who lay in the guise of Draupadi. And as Kichaka approached, he pounced on him like a lion and struck him like the lightning. ఆదమరచిన కీచకునిపై భీముడు సింహం వలె మెరుపు దాడి చేశాడు. పెళ్ళమని అతని రెక్కలు విరిచి చిత్తుగా కొట్టి హతమార్చాడు. That mighty fight that ensued, Bhima broke Kichaka's arms and crushed his chest and laid him to rest. Tarkita Jintarita
serves him. అది కదా భీమసేనుడు అంటే. That is what Bhimasena is. Serves that Kichaka right. Very good. He should kill him like that, and he did it. I'm so proud of Bhimasena.
Well, it was not all so good. Things have escalated from here. Not got to know of Kichaka's death. Everyone in the Aryavarta too knew Kichaka was too mighty to be what with, leave alone be killed by a stranger, an ordinary being. Now, this made him grow suspicious about Pandava's whereabouts, and
Yeah.
he sent his spies to Virata's kingdom.
Poor Naino sent his spies. Did those spies find out about our dear Pandavas? నాకు అయ్యో నాకు చాలా చాలా బాధగా ఉంది. What happened after this? Did they find out?
Don't worry so much. వినరా సోదర విరాట పర్వమున మొదలాయి రసరమ్య ఘట్టమన్నాడు తందాన పాండవస్ of all device and they stay hidden in their guise తందాన. What followed was a story that will entice తందాన. But Kauravas, being Kauravas, they were still tenacious. They hatched another plan. They sent their allies to attack Virata's kingdom. Tandanatana. Now, King Virata went to battle along with the 4 new courtiers, actually Pandavas, in guise of Kanka, Valala, Damagrandi, and Tantripala. They accompanied King Virata to the battlefield. The kingdom was without its warriors, except for the new dance teacher. Tandanatana. Pandava Virla Virata Parvam Bhavya Gadhanedu. Tandanatana.
With the Pandavas on his side, the Virata king would have won very easily. I'm very, very sure of that.
Yes, indeed. King Virata was victorious with the help of Pandavas. But this was again one part of Kaurava's evil plan. When he was still away at the battleground, finding the kingdom without its mighty warriors, Duryodhana hatched yet another plan. He thought this is the right time to attack and find out if Arjuna was staying back at the kingdom. His armies marched in from another side and they took the cattle away from houses. On hearing this from the cowherds, Uttarakumara was furious. He marched to battle, but finding no other people, he requested Brihanala to be his charioteer. Tandanatana. Munisanhara Pandava Virula Virata Bhavya Gadhanedu. Tandanatana.
No army is a match for Arjuna. But Arjuna is a charioteer now. Was Uttarakumara, was he able to fight the Kauravas? Was he able to? Tell me.
Sundara Virata Parvamna Uttara Gograhana Jarigna Kathanadu. Tandanatana. Dhiru Dhiru Mani Pragalbhamulu Palike Uttara Kumarudu.
ప్రగల్భములు పలికే ఉత్తర కుమారుడు.
కౌరవుల అక్షౌహిణి సేనను చూసి ఆ గుండె జార్చినాడు.
అయ్యో గుండె జార్చినాడా.
ధీరుడై పోరు వలదు వలదు, మనం ఇంటికి పోదాం, బతికుంటే బలుసాకైనా తినొచ్చు, రథము ఇంటి బాట పట్టించమన్నాడు.
అయ్యయ్యో ఇంటి బాట పట్టమన్నాడా.
Uttarakumara, who boasted that he would force Kauravas to bite dust, retraced his words, looking at the sea of soldiers on the battleground. He was so scared to fight, and he pleaded Brihanala to drive the chariot back home.
చేశాడేమిటి ఉత్తర కుమారుడు.
అప్పుడు ముందుకెళ్తే విజయము మనదే.
విజయము మనదే.
ఈ వెనుక విజయం నేనున్నాగా అని అన్నాడు.
నేనున్నాగా అని అన్నాడు.
గాంధీవాన్ని చెట్టు నుండి దించు త్వరగా అని అన్నాడు.
ఆహా.
కానీ విజయుడంటే ఎవరు? అర్జునుడు.
అయ్యయ్యో, అర్జునుడు అని చెప్పేశాడా? అయ్యో, now that he has declared himself, he has come out of thing. Ha 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 ha. I know what would have happened. They again have to go for 12 years exile and 13th year in hiding. అయ్యయ్యయ్యో, ఇది జరిగేనా? ఇలా సాగుతూనే ఉంటుందా? అయ్యయ్యో.
When Brihamala coaxed him to fight, saying warriors don't run away from the battlefield, and assured him that he would win, he marched right if he would march right in, and revealed himself as Vijaya or Arjuna to the prince. But it was not the end of the story. Now that Arjuna revealed himself, all of you must be wondering what Lalita said, that they are going to go back to the exile. No, not at all.
మరి
సోదర విలాసంగా అజ్ఞాతవాసం గడువు ముగిసెనాడు. Arjuna is not a fool. He revealed himself to the prince only because the period of disguise was ended on that day. And so he asked the prince to bring down his divine weapons that they have stored up on the tree. And he took his Gandivam into his hands. Gandivam చేతబట్టి
అగ్గిపిడుగై అర్జునుడు
కురుసేనలపై భగ్గున నిప్పులు చెరిగాడు.
కురుసేనులపై భగ్గుమని నిప్పులు జరిగాడు.
సరమని సరములు విడిచాడు.
సరమని.
Like a fast-moving fireball, he unleashed devastation on the Kaurava soldiers with his arrows flying from all the directions. And then he used Sammohastram and made the Kaurava armies unconscious and quietly drove the cattle home. On reaching the kingdom, identities of Pandavas were revealed to the king Virata. పాండవ అజ్ఞాతవాసం ముగిసెనాడు. విద్యతోటి వినయముతోటి విజయాన్ని పొంది పాండవులు. మనువుగాని చోట అది కులమనరాదు. నీతి న్యాయమూల తుదవరకు విడరాదు. And that's the story of how the mighty Pandavas re-emerged after their exile. They all intact and ready to resume their royal as per their pact. Their inspiration to us all: lie low if need be, but never allow injustice and act lowly. Fight with all your might and uphold the righteousness always.
లెస్స చెప్పితివి. ధర్మో రక్షతి రక్షతః. Those who save the righteous always. And
this was an adaptation of Virata Parvam. Lalita will tell you more about it.
Yeah, that was a small attempt at Burakatha. We have told it's a story all of us know. It's the story of the Virata Parvam. I would like to ask if you can speak or if you can type in the chat box. If you, what is it that you found something like very prominent in this storytelling, this style of storytelling?
Can I?
Yeah.
It is like when the main narrator or Kadakudu or what when uh they there is this musical format and
Hmm.
then there is the explanation,
Hmm.
and then when the explanation is going on for the common man to understand, the other person is asking questions. How did
Hmm.
this happen? What happened? And reiterating it. Oh, it happened like this. And so it is like, it is in Telugu, we say, Pandu olchi pettinat, like, like you peel the banana and feed it. So the
Yeah.
whole storytelling format becomes so simple for the layman who are not very intelligent to understand it to the absolute detail.
Yes.
And this help of the secondary storyteller also brings in all the emotions. Like,
Yes.
oh, it happened this way. I mean, the emotions were so beautifully portrayed by you, Lalita. Of course, Krishna was narrating very beautifully with a magical voice, but each and every emotion of surprise. Oh, it happened like that. Oh, I know what will happen. These all emotions, the audience will feel along with the secondary storyteller, and that is the most beautiful form of this Burakatha happening. That is my
Yes.
opinion.
Thank you so much, Sri. Yes, that is very, very important. Because that is actually what is Burakatha about. Burakatha was and made for the common man, for him to understand, and it was also in the language he understood. There were no words which he wouldn't understand, and like you said, the person, the two people who are beside the Kathakuru, they are representing the audience and they are asking the questions which the audience would ask if they were there. Yes, that's correct. And anybody else? Okay. One more thing is when Krishna was narrating the story, she was continuously singing one line, which was in Telugu, which goes, can Krishna sing?
వినుడి జనులారా పాండవ వీరుల విరాట పర్వం భవ్య గధ నేడు తందాన తన.
So in every story, the Kathakuru or the narrator would use one line or two lines of singing just to make it very interesting, and it was always repetitive and maybe sometimes adds new words, but the main whatever the line he's going to, whatever the story he's going to tell, he will include it in that first line, and then he'll continue to sing that song throughout the story. And also, like I said before, we began the story, it was called a Tandana story because after every sentence they say Tandana Tana. So that's why it was called Tandana story. And though this was a mythological story that I mean, it's an epic, it's a story from the epics. These Burakathas were also used like how Krishna told in the beginning, they were used for revolutionary purposes also. Like, for example, uh, in the Nizam's time, there was a movement called the Razakars movement. To bring awareness, Burakathas were used extensively at that time. And also to bring awareness of social evils like maybe like feudalism or any famine, whatever issues were there, these people used to go into the society and sing songs for them to understand and to get them involved. And yeah, that. And is there anything you all want to ask us before we go into the next aspect of the workshop.
Lalita, if I may just
Yes,
add a point.
yes, Lavanya.
In this Burrakatha format and in your performance, what was
Yeah,
interesting was, as you said, the repetitive line of Vinara, that word, and then the storyline.
yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
Vinara. For
yeah.
instance, the famous line is Vinara Bharata Veera Kumara. So that Vinara,
Yeah,
unlike any other oral storytelling format,
yes,
speaks about the audience,
yeah,
not the storyteller. I
yes.
find it very interesting because it's addressed to the
So
audience.
yes,
So it is one way of inclusive storytelling, including it. And the other
yes,
part that connects me to the oral storytelling format is the Tandana Tana.
yeah,
The Tantana Tana, as you rightly said, these two people represent the audience. So the Tantana Tana is the response to the main storyteller
yes,
from this audience or from the other character who is there.
yeah,
That is why many a times when people say that, like somebody says some opinion and the other person says, yes, ఎందుకు తందాన తాన వేస్తున్నావు? Why do you do the tandana tana? Means, yes, it is kind of
yes,
thing.
yeah,
So these two things like Vinara and the tandana tana makes the Burrakatha a very special folk art form where
yes,
audience is included, where there is interactive storytelling of bringing in the audience and making them, addressing them and telling the story.
yeah,
So that was very
yeah,
wonderful.
yeah.
Nice.
Thank you, Lavanya garu. Thank you so much. Yeah, like you said, it's also like oo kottadam, just to make them get involved in
Yeah.
this. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Um, yeah,
Yeah, so the Vantas they always changed their song according to the storyline. So if it is a sad part, they would say Tandana Devanandanana, or in that fashion they would go in a different wordings altogether. Like if it's a very happy thing, they would say tandana tana. If it's something dramatic, they would say tarikita jhintari tha. So there's something very dramatic that happened or it's happening. Those were the little lines that are used. And apart from mythology and religious and historic themes, like we have already discussed, we had these social themes, and in those days there were feudal lords who would actually oppress the poor laborers or land, the people who till the land. And Burrakathas inculcated their thinking. Till then nobody was actually thinking about them. They were not voicing their concerns. So Burrakathas became their channel of resonating. So they resonated with their problems, their plights, and they have created some thinking pointers which have transformed the total society as a whole. For example, in one of the Burakathas, it says, Gramakshemam kosam meeralu త్యాగమించకపోతే వృద్ధి అన్నది మిమ్ము అంటదురా. So it's like, if you do not sacrifice yourself for the welfare of the village, development will never come. So if it's not about one person or the two persons, it's like the whole village has to come forth and try and sacrifice what is required to have a progress. And Burrakathas also mirror the socio-economic conditions of the people. So in those days, there was crop failures were very rife, and there were famines that were causing. And the most infamous thing was the Royal Bengal famine. It was partly nature caused and partly because the whole supplies from the country were diverted by the British. So in those days, people did not have any food, any groceries, and did not have work to do. did not have they had to depend on whatever little they get from the landlords, and the landlords were very cruel to them. And so there was this one line says, Innali kapuralu kapuramanta karula జీవితమంతా అతుకుల బొంత గాలి కొంపలో ఖాళీ కుండలు చాలి చాలని రేషను కూలి గింజలు ఉప్పుంటే పప్పుండదు పప్పుంటే అప్పుండదు పూట పూటకు చాటబట్టుకొని గడప గడప గాలిము చేతామా పని లేదు తిందామంటే గింజలు లేవు. So this is one thing that was in a Burrakatha called Kashtajeevi, the first Burrakatha performed in Telangana. And it also mirrored how the Doras or landlords oppressed him. In those days, they were made to walk around with huge boulders tied to their backs, as they couldn't pay the farm taxes due to crop failures. Now, these people were feeling a frustration inside, but they couldn't voice their opinions. And Burrakathas, when Burrakathas were predominantly featuring their plights, it resonated very well with them, and it brought a community of people for the people, and that is how it appealed to the audiences. And with that catchy rhyming timeless singing style, they inspired people to fight for their independence, fight for their rights, and it revolutionized their thoughts and changed the social fabric of the society. And because of that, there were a lot of rebellions happening in pockets, and now all these pockets were got together by the People's Party, because there was a lot of communist influence also. And because all these revolutions were transforming the thought processes and making the people rebel for their rights, the Nizams and the British were affected the most. So they banned this art form altogether. And over the years, Burrakatha has become a popular, maybe you can say it's a popular social media of those yesteryears, paving way for people to connect and channelize their thinking. And it led to the growth of society's ideologies into transformational thinking, and leadership emerged from the lowest rungs of the society. Over the years, Burrakatha themes have changed, evolved, and embraced new domains. But with the advent of technology, the art form is struggling. The descendants of these popular Burrakatha legends have been keeping up with this tradition, and they are doing shows, they are popularizing this craft in rural areas, but still with lack of support, it's been struggling. And through this workshop, we also want everybody to think over about our traditional formats of storytelling and maybe pick them up and use it for modern context. Yet there are strong proponents of Burrakatha. In a recent summit, industrialist Sri Grandhi Mallikarjun Rao, or popularly GMR of the airports, he underscored the importance of Burrakatha as a communication medium in rural India. Now, his village is a far-flung village in Srikakulam, and there he has noticed an important aspect that Burrakatha does is connect with the masses with their language, with their problems, and this can be used for a lot of things. So based on his inputs, there was an NGO that had made Burrakathas on breast cancer screening. Now in rural areas, it is very difficult for women to be brought to the breast cancer screening camps. So they had used this Burrakatha to popularize and destigmatize this screening camp. So there several other ways where Burrakathas can be used. So I want to ask the audience, where exactly do you think you can use Burrakathas apart from just entertainment purposes? You can quickly type into the chat box.
Or you can even talk.
Yeah, you can even talk.
Wait, I'm seeing. Okay, no, we will only tell you how, okay, because we are storytellers and most of us, whoever is the audience, I think is a storyteller. Yasri, do you want to say something?
Yeah, to patronage this form of storytelling, you both have done a commendable and wonderful, portrayal of this art form. But it is not every lay storyteller's cup of tea or coffee. I mean, in the sense, I wouldn't dare to present a story. I mean, it will take a lot of rigor, a lot of time, and to practice or to pen it down and to do research and tell stories in schools, or I don't know if schools and NGOs also will accept this form. But I think how to revive this art form is a very intriguing question that is coming at the top of my mind. It's such a beautiful art form. How, as storytellers, apart from telling stories in this art form, which is very, very difficult, it's not easy for everyone, at least not for me, because it needs a lot of musical inclination and all that. So, how do we revive this art form? Any
So,
ideas as
yeah, I would like to answer that. I cannot sing. So I chose a right partner who can sing. Okay. And second thing is, yeah, these, whatever, like now the story which we have chosen was a story from the Mahabharata, but we will also show a story which we as storytellers have been telling. That story also, how it can be adapted into a Burakatha. Um, Especially when last year, I think you both also had gone to the schools in the rural areas where the language is a problem. Though they go to a English medium school, they do not understand English as the children who are in cities understand. So to tell them a story, and also I feel they will be more uh, open to receive a story in this format, because they would know a little more about this format, and to tell them stories, whatever stories we want to tell in the format they know, in a sing song way, is I think what we should do. And I think these stories should be used by us in those areas, and not only in those areas, to also introduce this type of a storytelling which was there and which is still being performed, but sadly not much, to the children in the cities also, so that they should understand that there was this type of storytelling which was happening, and it is a part of our society. It was a part and it still is. So yeah, Krishna, do you want to add something?
Yeah, so when we're talking about using it as it in education, we can use it for telling itihasas instead of dryly giving them the facts, the historical facts. You can always make it into a drama kind of a thing, but then again, a sing-song style will actually connect with them, and it will also involve them in picking up the language, as well as understanding the finer nuances and the emotions of the character. So that's one way where you can use it in education, and entertainment is always there, and for the public policy as well. Now, just like I mentioned about the breast cancer screening program, there's so many things that the government does, but it does not reach the lowest rungs of the society, because they are far removed from the mainstream. Still, though the internet has advanced, there are so many people who are using phones and all, but still there's one way where you can reach direct to the audience, and connect with them on these subjects. And the catchy tunes, the catchy tunes will help them retain whatever they have learned through this medium of storytelling. We can
Let's
also
do.
revive the cultural practices and promote more artists into that. And yeah, we can do a lot of things when we actually take up this profession, and use our language of that particular time. Like whatever we have used in Mahabharata is to a certain era. Now if you are trying to use the same thing, probably the people will not be connecting. So put in a lot of trendy jargon. You can always put whatever, if you're talking about a social media and its addiction, you can put in those jargon into it and make it a little comic and all. That's the reason why I chose Lalita to do that part, because she is the best at it. And you have to really pick up those people who can do it right, and it goes straight to the audience. And yeah, we can explore more in this workshop about how we will use Burra Kathas for the present context. Lavani garu, you want to say something?
You have to unmute yourself, Lavanya garu.
Yeah, are you able to hear me now? Okay. So just a few points to add. One thing is that when you're talking about the communication media, that you're talking about the powerful way a Burra Katha can take social issues to people, it was actually the social media of our freedom movement, so to say, the so-called today's social media, those days. Because combining the beautiful oral storytelling traditions, they could draw people into the, movement. So that has been very beautifully explained. And I would have connected, Shri would agree with me, and we would be here with thinking of Alluri Sita Rama's story, which is famous in this format.
Yeah.
And more so because he was a freedom fighter. And the word that you used, Tandana Tana, that sad thing of Tandana, that was so beautifully, so aptly, so soulfully suitable to that particular story.
Yes.
So it takes me to that part.
Even
Yeah.
I know that
And,
what
yeah.
Palnati Uddam also, right? They did
Yeah,
this.
Palnati.
Yes, so that is a famous folklore. But
Yeah.
because you located Burra Katha in the contemporary context,
Yes.
and you were talking about the
True.
medium to run the movement, I thought it was very powerful, and we could connect it with today's social media.
Yes.
So much so that the British were scared. It was the
Yes.
most fearsome tool that Indians and people from this combined Andhra Pradesh area used it in the 20th century.
I also read that they had banned Burrakada for some time
Yeah,
because of
for a
this. They
couple
had
of years, and they were put in jails also.
so because
Yes,
they didn't
yes.
want.
Especially these
So,
people who were performing Alluri Sita Ramaraju Katha, they
yeah,
were put in jails because they have been instigating. That's what they have thought. They have been instigating the masses against the governments.
Yes.
yeah. So, in this context, since we're speaking about Burra Katha in the present context and a century ago when it all started, I would like to take this opportunity to take Burra Katha back to its original time, where Bhakti Rasa and the what do you call, like Harikatha and other art forms, where bhakti, singing, where the whole India, in the Indian social and religious context, bhakti was the most important emotion that prevailed at that time. Yeah. So I understood that Burra Katha belonged to the Jangama Katha, located
Correct.
in as Lalita said, Jangama Katha. But to see what exactly this Jangama Katha means, we need to go to the 9th century
Absolutely.
or so, where
Yes.
again religion is a huge important point, because it was told, the Shiva stories were told.
By
Jangamas
the
or
Jangam people.
Veerashaivites.
Yes.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
were Veerashaivites who
Yes.
told the story of Shiva. And Karnataka also has this powerful storytelling format.
Yakshagana.
So Jangama Katha, or the Lingayat or Jangama community, or the Lingayats community,
Yes.
has been the main community which was telling stories. Just like any other folk art form, it started with the Bhakti Rasa, remembering the God, praising the Ishta Devata, then moving on to the king or the power, be it the Nizam or whoever it is, the British, and then coming on to the social context of using it as a medium, as a powerful medium to, uh, achieve the goals that we had in time, recognizing the power of storytelling. That is what is the beauty. First, it started as a form of expression, yeah,
And then
and then it traveled in time, and then to express, there it was the individual's quest for the divine and the spiritual journey, and it has moved on and come to the social context, where it
Yes.
has gone beyond the individual to the society. So
Yes.
thank you for taking us on this lovely journey with a dramatic performance, of course, very nicely performed here. Yeah, thank you
Thank
so much.
you. Thank you, Lavanya Garu.
thank you, Lavanya.
Because Sri had asked, and because we also wanted to do, we will do a story, a story which we all know, which we can adapt in this format and perform it for you all.
So let's put it in our current social scenario. Ta na 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 ta na 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 ta na 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 రోజుల్లో మారాయి రామ హరి ఆపదల్లు హెచ్చాయి రామ హరి అప్రమత్తంగా లేకుంటే రామ హరి మన గతి వలలో చాపకదే రామ హరి
రోజులు మారిపోయాయి. కరెక్టే కరెక్టే. Days have changed, everything has changed, and yes, we have to be very very careful. But సందట్లో సడేమియాలాగా ఈ చేప కథ ఏంటయ్యా? What is the fish story in this?
Listen to the story of today, inspired by wisdom of yesterday.
ఆహాహాహాహాహా. ఏంటేంటి స్టోరీ ఆఫ్ టుడే ఇన్స్పైర్డ్ బై ఎస్టర్డే. ఎలా 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 చెప్పు చెప్పు చెప్పు.
మరి చెప్తాను. Three girls were living in a home far from the sleepy little town.
Dandana dana.
They came to the city of joy to explore the world on their own.
Oh yeah, dandana dana.
One day, they were walking home from their college. Then they heard a bard sing, "The city is no more safe. Danger lurks at every place.
Ayyo.
Beware of hunters, for they leave no trace."
Ayya, they leave no trace. Ayyo.
Well, you have to know how it has to be done. అమ్మాయిలంటేను రామహరి అపరంజి బొమ్మలంటాను రామహరి
అపరంజి బొమ్మలంటారు రామహరి.
వీధుల్లో వెధవలంటాను రామహరి కళ్ళేసి చూస్తారు రామ హరి.
తేగ కళ్ళేసి చూస్తారు రామ హరి.
ఆచితూచి అడుగేయకుంటేను రామ హరి. ఆపదలన్నీ స్వాగతించినట్టే రామ హరి.
అయ్యయ్యో రామ హరి.
The world is a typical maze of good and bad. We all know that.
Yeah,
Being scared should not just be a fad. The first girl said, "Let's join martial arts class to learn self-defense."
ఆహాహా.
The second girl said, "That's planning too ahead. Who has
Yeah.
that kind of time? Let's cross the bridge when we get there."
అయ్యయ్యో. And what did the third girl say? Did she agree with the first one or did she agree with the second one? What did she say? I know what she would have said, but please tell me, what did she say?
Well, each one has a mind of their own. She said, "Nah, the media is scarier than the world actually is."
అది కరెక్టే కదా. హిహిహి. ఎవడు ఎక్కడ ఎప్పుడు వాట్సాప్ లో ఏం వేస్తాడో ఏమో. మీడియా ఇస్ రియల్లీ స్కేరీ. డోంట్ నో వాట్ హూ విల్ పుట్ వాట్ పిక్చర్ వేర్. ఫార్వర్డింగ్ 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 అండ్ ఫార్వర్డింగ్.
And she said, "Silly girls, take a chill pill. Where is the need for self-defense? Don't we have this screen in our hands? The magic box, the magic palace of our illusions. We live in a connected world. We're surrounded by people and technology. Help is just a click away. Don't you know the whole world is being run by a click of a button?"
అంతేగా మరి.
Just worried for nothing. And that's how she brushed off the fears.
అయ్యయ్యయ్యో. It is at a click of a finger only, but still you need other things also. ఆ పిల్లకి ఏమీ తెలీదు, పిచ్చి పిల్ల. How can you just click on the phone and save yourself? It is not possible కదా. అలా చెప్పకపోయావా?
మనం చెప్తే వింటారా? అంటే ఏమందో తెలుసా?
అయ్యా చెప్పు.
The fight is only for the heroes. షారుఖ్ ఖానో హృతిక్ రోషనో ఎవడో ఒకడు వస్తాడులే, అవన్నీ మూవీలకు సరిపోతాయి. ఇట్స్ నాట్ ఫర్ అస్ అందట.
ఆ వయసు అలాంటిది మరి.
So while the first one sincerely went to classes and joined martial arts classes and she learnt, the second one was smart enough. She bought some supplies and always put it in her bag. Very careful. And అప్పుడు ఏమైంది తెలుసా?
ఏం జరిగింది?
Well, like we know, the three besties chose three different paths. Days have quietly passed, and everyone forgot that ghastly incident that took place in the city that shook the country so badly. The headline news of the nationwide channels and the candle protests quickly disappeared into thin air, and everybody forgot what happened. Nobody had an idea as to what was happening again. One day,
ఏమైంది?
tragedy struck. The girls were chased by a bunch of goons in a narrow alleyway.
అయ్యో.
Running as swift as they could, they ran behind a truck, trying to locate help. The mobile signals were jammed. The road was lonely and dark.
Yo. What happened afterwards? Did the girls get away or did the goons catch them? What happened? What happened? Poor little girls. Ayyo.
వెల్ ఆత్మవిశ్వాసం గుండె నిండుగా సమయస్ఫూర్తి ఉందిగా ఈ కాలం అమ్మాయిలకి అదొకటి మాత్రం బ్రహ్మాండంగా ఉంటుంది కదా.
అది కరెక్టే.
With self-confidence soaring and a quick thinking, the first girl sprung high from behind the truck and launched a surprise attack on the goons
Shabash.
and threw them down just like a broom. Now, second one, she smartly pulled out a pepper spray and sprayed straight into their eyes.
Yeah. Aura.
The third girl, still trying to connect to the emergency cell, was caught by the goons.
Ayyo. పాపం పిచ్చి తల్లి. అయ్యో ఏమైంది అమ్మాయికి పాపం. వాట్ హ్యాపెన్ టు దట్ గర్ల్?
ఇది ఇప్పటి కథ కాదు. Just like the 3 fishes in the tail, the 3 girls' fates were to be sealed by the paths they chose, whether they were careful, prepared, or just froze in that circumstance. But here is the twist. The girl, they were not fixed, right? So both the girls, they thought up and quickly unleashed a new plan. They twirled their dupattas and threw it on the goons and put up a brave fight. They just bashed them and meanwhile, the call to the safety cell finally got connected and the police came in. Perpetrators were taken into custody.
Police came in. I thought like our movies, the police will come after everything is over. Very nice. I'm liking this. The police came in time. Wow.
The police have improved too. Come in time and they have really taken good care of the goons. And once again, the bard sang, "The city is now safe, world is a better place.
World is a better place.
Wisdom and courage of 3 made the hunters flee.
Wisdom of courage of 3 made the hunters flee." రోజుల్లో మారాయి రామా
హరి ఆపదలెన్నున్న రామ హరి
అప్రమత్తంగా ఉంటే రామా హరి
మనకు ఏ ఆపద
రాదండి
రామ హరి.
ఆహాహాహాహా. 3 చేపలు లాగా 3 ఆడపిల్లలు. భలే భలే చక్కగా చెప్పావు గురు, చక్కగా చెప్పావు. ఎంత బాగా చెప్పావో. వాళ్ళని అడుగుదామా మరి కథ విన్న వాళ్ళని ఏమేంటి? ఎస్, ద పీపుల్ హూ హర్డ్ దిస్ స్టోరీ, హౌ డిడ్ మై గురు టెల్? How? The story of the 3 fish and the story of the 3 girls. Please tell us.
That was our attempt to.
Super.
Thank you.
Lalita, even your voice modulation into a little gent's voice was really good.
Thank you.
I'm lucky I understand a little bit of Telugu, but the whole, it was like a full package. So it was nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So this is how, yeah, Krishna, please continue.
Yeah, so this is our attempt at making it, contextualizing Burrakatha to present day scenarios. So now it's your turn. Now we are done with what we have I think Lalita is going to dive deep into the Burrakatha, and she's ready to lead us through. Is it, Lalita?
I don't know what is happening. I really don't know what is happening with my phone, the computer. One second. Uh, yeah. Yes, Krishna, continue while I come back.
So we guess you might have already associated to what kind of a story inference we were making in the second story. And we just tried to contextualize it to present day scenario and sensitize women to understand self-defense is an essential thing in the current scenario. And even if you don't want to invest time in martial arts and all, you have to be smart enough to escape. And so let's see how we're going to craft Burrakathas now. So how many participants?
No, Krishna, we are already at 5:24.
Okay.
So maybe we can just have a discussion about see, like now we've used the three fish story from the Panchatantra and we have adapted it. So is there any like what is like right now? What kind of stories do you think you can think of adapting in this style? It need not be a Burrakatha, like if you all are from whatever, like if you're from Tamil Nadu, you have this Villapattu.
Villapattu.
So there must be some kind of oral storytelling tradition, and you can actually use this form within that form or whatever you can. What kind of ideas are you getting after a performance is what Krishna is asking. Yeah. Any story, like what story, like any fairy tale or a folk tale or
May I?
yes, Veenaji.
Yeah, in the same context, always Red Riding Hood is always there for children to girls, if
Yeah.
I may say, that is holds age-old wisdom, meaning to be aware of the environment, to be aware of any person following you or leading you the wrong way. And when I go to the government schools, this is what comes to me, how I can adapt that story to this is a good way. I'm going to try it out. I'll ask the children themselves because they know Burrakatha, Urukatha more than what I know. I don't know much. I'll have to do research, but they have heard, so I can do this, I think. Red Riding Hood and Who's the Fox. So maybe I'll have to tell the story first in English and show them the pictures or something like that so that they can relate to the story and then find out, do it.
Yes, Vinaji, very nice story. And yes, we can make the children do this. I have seen some schools, not in Hyderabad, but in interiors of Andhra Pradesh, they have their children perform these stories in this format. And the children have done, when we were researching for our Burrakatha, we saw, and they have really done a very fantastic job. Thank you so much, Vinaji. Yes, Sri.
I'll get back to you, Lalita, for that,
Sure,
maybe whenever I need.
Sure. Yeah.
So
Yes, Veena.
that was a wonderful story of three fishes with the three girls of Kolkata. So I would definitely want to attempt this format of story if I have somebody like Lalita next to me, of course. Yeah. The story that came to my mind is Fox and the Sow Grapes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Many times, most of the children are seeing nowadays because they have access to phone and internet and all. They're seeing the influencers, they're seeing about the easy way of life and not attempting even to jump and all that. So I think that story can be, put in a format about the social condition of, being influenced by the influencers and not putting in the hard effort that
Yeah.
actually the children need to do. Yeah. So that idea came with the, top of the mind recall for me. But I need you, Lalita. You're too good.
Thank you. Always.
Krishna or Karuna, we need you for the Tandana Tana, and your expressions are awesome.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes, Divya, you want to say something?
Yeah, I just managed to catch the last part. I'm so sorry. I was in the session, but I had to be away for a bit. I do hope to catch the recording, but what I managed to see, it was simply amazing. And like you mentioned, in Tamil Nadu we have this thing called Terukooth,
Okay.
where you have the dramatic presentation with music and dance and everything, and there is a lot of movement, and there is this in Burakatha where you'd say that kind, right? So
Okay.
that happens there also. So it's a very nice ensemble. So this reminded me of that.
Yeah.
And it's such a great attempt to keep this alive and to bring awareness to everybody about this age-old form of storytelling. Harikatha, Burakatha and all is, I think it should be known to everyone. And about story adapting, I think like Sri said, the Fox and the Grapes, the party vada, that thing is there. No? That also,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think all folk tales do lend themselves very well to
Any
this
kind of
style.
adaptation. Yes, yes.
Yeah, so when the party sings and the kaka sings and things like that, we can, I think, add more flavor to it. But wonderful, wonderful, super.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Thank you
much.
so much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that was our attempt. Krishna, your final words, please.
So I think this will help inspire you all to take Burakatha to all places where you are visiting, to schools, to it could be festivals, or it could be hospitals where you are talking about stories, and use these stories to inspire people in a sing-song way. And let's see how it travels from here on. Veena ji, you wanted to talk?
Yes.
Yeah.
We would also, like, because we are not really the Telugu speaking, but I'm quite happy to do this because we just had the International Mother Language Day, right? And I went to the school and I told them I don't speak Telugu. In Telugu itself. నాకు తెలుగు రాదు, నేను తెలుగు మాట్లాడను. సో విత్ దిస్ బుర్రకథ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ అ థింగ్, సింపుల్ సెంటెన్సెస్ ఇన్ తెలుగు టు lend it that authentic flavor, I think will help us who are the non-Telugu speakers. And it keeps, as somebody just said, keeps the language alive.
Yes, yeah, you can, like, now when we did this story, we did not do it completely in Telugu. We just added few lines in Telugu because the audience has to understand. And Veena ji, you, whatever little Telugu you know, I know you can do it very well because you understand Telugu and you've been living in Hyderabad for so long. For you, it would be easy. But if anybody else, and it need not be in Telugu only because we are living in Andhra Pradesh, Hyderabad, we need to do it in Telugu. But if anybody else from any other state wants to use this format, they can do it. The part we did in Telugu can be done in any language, the language of your choice.
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
So you can do it in English as well, in any language. And the basic pointer is that repeating
Sing song.
repetition song. And the Tandana Tana can be there in any language, it is fine.
Yeah.
You can just have that kind of repetitive pattern.
Yeah, I think we are we have taken 2 minutes of more. Yeah, thank you so much for everybody who has attended this workshop. And
Thank you, Eric,
thank you, Eric.
Dr. Eric, for
Okay, thank
giving
you.
us this opportunity.
Thank you. That was an excellent workshop.
Thank you so
very
much.
Thank you so much.